We begin with breaking news at 6. Fort Myers police just confirmed the man shot and killed by a resident of the Carlton of Fort Myers last night lived there as well.
He banged on the door of an apartment that was not his, and the person who lived there shot and killed him. Hello again, everybody. I'm Chris Safadi.
And I'm Lois Tomey. Now let's show you just where this happened. This is inside a gated community. It's off Plantation Road near Colonial Boulevard. Shots were fired around 11:40 Thursday night.
Wink News reporter Jolina Esperto joins us live now from the building. Jolina, what do we know about the man who died?
Fort Myers police told me the man lives here at the Carlton, and he lives in an apartment that has a number very similar to the one he was trying to get into. And one woman told me she heard the gunshot that killed him. She did not want to talk on camera, but she told me she heard a loud scream and loud pounding on a door, not once, but twice. And it was so loud that it woke her up, and she thought it was at her door. This video can be hard to watch for some. For that reason, we've blurred it. You can see police and paramedics trying to help a man who was shot dead.
I told my husband, I'm like, was a domestic issue? Why did this happen? How does this happen? And a neighborhood like ours that is supposed to be safe, and you're supposed to feel safe.
Fort Myers police officers say the initial call came in around 11:30 last night. A person thought a man was trying to get into their apartment, and investigators say that man was armed, and the caller opened fire, shooting him in the chest and killing him. Sarah Flowers lives in the complex, the Carlton of Fort Myers off Colonial Boulevard, with her family. She said something as scary as this isn't the norm.
My daughter said, well, we're on the third floor, but she's like, that would be scary to hear a gunshot. What if it goes through the walls? What if it goes through the floor? I'm like, you're right. What if? That is scary. It's the price you pay when you live in an apartment complex, a condo complex. You just have to be careful, you know?
Now, police told me the man did not know the person who shot him, and no one is in custody right now, but this is still an active investigation. So once we have any new information, we'll be sure to let you know. I'm reporting at the Carlton live. Jolina Esperto, Wink News.
All right, Jolina, thank you. Now we're joined in our studio by our Wink security analyst and retired FBI agent, Rich Kolko.
And Rich, this story has changed a lot since it broke last night.
It certainly has, and that's one of the hazards of trying to, report stuff instantaneously while we're waiting for the police to provide additional information. It went from, somebody potentially breaking in, a stand your ground kind of investigation, to potentially just a guy knocking on the wrong door, thinking it was his door. Late at night, the person knocks on your door at 11:30 at night, you're not expecting it, starts banging. You can understand where somebody's going to be nervous or upset about exactly what's occurring. But the reaction at the end of the day, I think you and I were talking about it before we got here, it could just a terrible tragedy.
Yeah, it could be.
Yeah, it seems like police say the man and his neighbor didn't know each other, so that would lead you to think there could be a mistake.
Yeah, I think that's a little early to say too. And when they say didn't know each other, they didn't know each other as friends. But they're going to have to go through the phones, through the computers, see if they had something in common. There's a swimming pool there. There's a gym there. Did these two ever, talk to each other? So they're going to find that out. They'll have to do what's called a neighborhood. They'll investigate. They'll talk to the other people that live in the community and say, has there been any, contact between these people? Was there some altercation? We really don't know yet, and we want those answers, and we want to be able to report them to the Wink viewers and people here. But it's going to take a little while to get some of that.
So that's what they're probably doing now. What would go further down the road in this investigation?
Sure. They're going to want everything. Social media backgrounds, any security camera footage that might be there. How long did this second person actually live there?
Right.
Maybe they just weren't familiar with the complex. Maybe they just moved in a few weeks ago. You look at that building, that wide shot, the building looks exactly the same. If it's not a marked parking spot, you can see how somebody would just, there's my building, I'm going up to the second floor, third floor, whatever floor it is, and go into your room. The key doesn't work, and it's like banging on the door, and things just went south quickly.
It's dark, it's at night. Yeah, all these kind of factors could play a role. Yeah.
But we'll find out, and we'll just have to wait for Fort Myers PD to give us some more information. Hopefully that'll be forthcoming.
Okay.
All right.
Thanks, Rich.